Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I'm pretty excited for this video because it is going to be indie makeup releases, and I'm just going to be talking about all the new releases from the past week and what I personally think about them and if I'm debating to purchase them or not. So this video series is inspired by Angelica Nyquist and Samantha March. I will have both of their channels linked down below as always, along with all the accounts that I use on Instagram to gather the information for this video, and also the community Will I Buy It playlist in case y'all want to check that out, because you know it's always fun to keep watching more videos like this and to find new creators. Really quickly, if you do like what is happening on my face right now, that's a really weird way to phrase if you like my makeup, but I will probably not have it in the description box just because it is a bunch of different singles, so I will have a tutorial coming soon in case you are wanting to see how I achieve this look. I just wanted to let you know that. Probably won't be in the description box, but it'll be coming, so just keep your eyes open. Now let's go ahead and jump on in. Okay, so I want to go ahead and start off this video with something that I mentioned last week, but again, it didn't get to talk to it to the full extent. So this is the Menagerie Cosmetics new singles shadows, and I just very quickly mentioned these because I had only seen, they only posted like the tiniest little sneak peek, and it was two shadows that they already have in their line that I actually already own. So I wasn't like, I mean, I was excited that they're coming out with singles, but I couldn't really speak onto what shades they were coming out with. But now that we have seen them, they are beautiful, and a lot of these shades really do intrigue me. Like, especially the shade Torrent, Glacier, Starling, Lily, and Canary. All of those really speak to me. I think that they're beautiful. Electric as well. I think that these look really, really nice. I kind of told myself like I couldn't even consider purchasing them until I play more with the palettes that I already have from Menagerie Cosmetics, but I do think that this is a really pretty lineup, and these shimmers, like if I could just pick one, like Canary, I'm pretty sure it's Canary. That is the one I would pick. It looks to be like a really beautiful yellow with a pink shift to it. I'm all about interesting shifts, so these definitely really caught my attention, and I just wanted to take a moment to talk about them a little bit longer. Okay, so next is the reveal of the Girl Power palette from Beauty of Color Cosmetics, and I remember talking about this a few weeks ago whenever they just sneak peeked the cover of the palette. I thought it was super cute, and now we have seen the inside. And I will say I do like it. The shades look really pigmented. I think it's fun. It's kind of, you know, it's a mix. There's some neutrals, some colors, but I feel like it's kind of the same case as a lot of palettes that I've seen recently, where it's like I kind of like the colors. Like there's nothing about this that I can point out and say like I don't like this, but it just, the color scheme overall does not intrigue me enough to want to purchase it. Okay, next, Conger Cosmetics has 24 lipsticks out, and some of these are returning shades that they made permanent, and some are new shades, but you can see like this is a beautiful lineup of lipsticks. Like if you are in the market for some tube lipsticks and you want some blues and some greens, like there's a lot of blue and green options here. There's a lot of nudes, so I think that this looks really nice. I actually do have a few different lipsticks from them that they sent me a little bit back, and I really like, I don't know if they made this one permanent, but To Hue from Me, I really like that one a lot. That's the one I can remember specifically off the top of my head. I personally I'm not in the market to buy any more lipsticks, but I did think like this overall picture, like the aesthetic, I'm feeling it. I think it looks really nice. Okay, so next is a sneak peek from Touch of Glam Beauty, and they are coming out with a new formula and some new shades, and you can see a little sneak peek here. These look so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I cannot with these shades. Like, I'm still thinking about the collection that they came out with recently, the like I think it was called like Vivids collection or something, and it was a bunch of really vibrant, colorful metallic shades. I'm still thinking about that collection, and now she's coming out with these, which are also so beautiful, and they look so metallic. They just catch the sun so beautifully, and they're gonna be singles. I'm just like, I don't need it, but I need it. Like, these just look stunning. Like, specifically, the ones I'm really intrigued by are the blues, the pinks, and the purple. The, like, bronzy shade and the gold shade I could live without, but everything else here, I'm like, yes, I am living for it. I am wearing a Touch of Glam metallic shadow today, and I'm like, they're just so good. So, I don't know, I kind of see a Touch of Glam order in my future. Maybe for my birthday, since it is approaching. It's next month, so I don't know. I am definitely loving what Touch of Glam is doing, and they have my full attention. Okay, so next is a new palette, and the brand is called Amorus, but they have two different Instagram accounts. One is all in Spanish, and it is Amorus MX, and the other is in English, and it is Shop Amorus USA, in case you want to check out more of the things that they have. But this is the Remember Me palette, and this definitely caught my attention because Coco, like, I love the movie Coco. Like, it is so cute. I cry every single time at the end. Like, literally, like, I force my son to watch it with me. That's the real tea. That's the real tea. I'm not watching it for him. He's watching it for me. Anyways, that's the reason it caught my attention. But it is also a very, very bright, vibrant, colorful palette. And I think it's a rainbow palette. It's a rainbow palette. It's a lot of shades. It's a really big palette. It seems to be pretty affordable. So I do like the idea of it. And I'm like a sucker for the marketing. I know I don't need it. I know I don't need it. But I do like it a lot. I mean, it's just a rainbow palette. I feel like I go back and forth every single week. Like, some weeks I'm like, it's a rainbow palette. I don't need it. And then the next week I'm like, it's a rainbow palette. I love it. Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know how you guys deal with me. I'm honestly so indecisive. All right, I think that's all I had to say about it. It's just that I kind of love it, but I know I don't need it. So next, okay, I have like 8 million tabs open. Next is a new palette from Midas. This is like King Midas, right? King Midas. Midas Cosmetics, and it is their Honeycomb Palette. It is a collaboration with Jennifer Locanas MUA. And it is available now for pre-order for $18, so it's a good price, and it looks like there's 9 shades here. They look like they swatch really beautiful. I think this actually looks like a really fun palette. Like, it's a neutral palette, but it's fun. Like, it has a really bright yellow, a bright peachy, like, I don't know if I'd call it a peach, like a bright coral, a bright orange, a purple, but it also has, like, you know, some neutrals in there as well, like the brown and the gold and the icy shade. So I feel like this is probably for someone who likes neutrals, but you want just a little extra something. So for me, I mean, I think it looks beautiful. I do. I don't know, the more I stare at it, the more I like it. But I know I don't need it. I know I don't need it. And I like it, but the color scheme isn't enough to where I'm like, give it to me now kind of feelings. So, but it is a really good price. It's $2 per shadow. It's a collaboration. I'm not sure. Let's creep on Jennifer for a moment. Jennifer Locanas. Okay. Oh yeah, definitely a smaller influencer. And yeah, that's so exciting. She does some really pretty eye close-ups, some pretty lip close-ups. So that is very, very cool. If you do want to support her, yeah, she has some pretty cool artistry. So that's really cool. Okay, so next, take my money. This is the new collection from Clionadh Cosmetics, and this is, I think it's called, oh gosh, I don't want to get this wrong. I think it might be called the Stained Glass collection, but I'm just going to go creep on them for a second and make sure that I'm not wrong. Okay, yes, it is the Stained Glass collection, and this is beautiful. Like, look at all those multi-chrome shadows. Oh, I'm just living for multichromes, and I have seen, like, they've sneak peeked before, like, what these look like in the pan, and they look so beautiful. So I'm very, very excited about this. There looks to be a bunch of shades, so this is something I could definitely consider purchasing. I feel like these look really, really beautiful. There's a lot here, so this is on my, like, possibly might buy list, but it depends on the pricing of the collection overall. Because, you know, if it's like super, if it's like, I just feel like a lot of brands come out with multi-chromes and they're like really, really expensive. So that's kind of what I'm like waiting to see, like how much of a like price jump it's going to be. So I don't know, I'm curious about it, but also I don't want to spend like $100 on a few single shadows. So we will see how it goes. But also, Devinah Cosmetics is coming out with some brand new multi-chromes, which I will be receiving, so I'll definitely do a review soon on those whenever I end up getting them. But you know, whenever you are getting one thing that's a multi-chrome, and it's like, if I really love those, then I probably don't need any more. So I don't know. This is in the question mark list right now. We shall see. We shall see. Which, speaking of the Devinah Multichromes, I don't even know if I've mentioned those before. Let me pull up a picture so I can talk about them more accurately. Okay, yes. All right, so I will make sure to post like a little video. These are really, really beautiful. There's like a warm like pinky red, a bluey purple, a purpley red, a orangey purple, and then a yellowy copper. I'm obviously not that great at describing colors, but I do think these look really, really beautiful, and I'm very excited to try them out. So we'll see how it goes. And I believe that there is a date for these now. It is going to be April 7th at 9 a.m. PST. And they're going to be $8 each, and then you can also use discount codes or affiliate codes, whoever you want to use, whoever's code you want to use to save some cha-ching. Does anyone else think of Shania Twain every time you hear cha-ching? There used to be a song that was like about someone who loved money or something. What was that? This is why it takes me so long to film. I get so distracted. Shania Twain, cha-ching. Oh, it is called cha-ching. Okay. Ka-ching. Casually going to blame my financial irresponsibility on Shania Twain. Okay, so next is a new sneak peek from Certifeye, and this is their Eternity palette. So this is not a for sure thing. It is photoshopped, and it is an all matte palette, and I like this, but I wouldn't say I love it. I feel like overall this is really pretty. Like, it seems like a really nice matte, like neutral, but a little something something to it. Like, I really like the different purple tones and pink tones. The problem that I feel like with this palette is that if you lined all these shades up in like their color stories, like if you put the shades that are similar, I feel like some of them are very, very close to the point where you wouldn't need both. So that's the thing about this palette, is I really hope that some of these get changed, because I feel like they're just a little bit too similar, and I would just like it to be just slightly different. Overall, I do think it's really pretty. Would I buy it the way that it looks right now at this moment? Probably not. But if they were like able to just change a few of the colors around to add a little bit more variety, not have so many shades that are so similar, maybe add a few shimmers in place, maybe that would be more, because I do like, I would say like 60% of the palette. So I'm curious to see what they end up doing with that. Okay, so next, this is so cute. This is the new Flower Garden palette from Emme Cosmetics, and these look amazing. I feel like if you have not tried Emme Cosmetics, this is probably a great palette to start with, because all these shades look beautiful. There's only 4 mattes, but I feel like there's kind of a matte for each different color story. And I think the packaging looks really cute. Like, it's a tin, but it looks like an art tin, but it's, I don't know, I'm kind of here for it. I really, really like this. The thing is, though, that I'm pretty sure I already own 5 of the shades in this palette, because the palette itself is going to be limited edition, but these shades are going to be permanent in their singles line. And I already own the purple and the green matte shade, and then I own 2 of the purples, and I think 1 of the greens, and maybe another shade of the shimmers. So for me, this is a pass, but I can say that I really, really enjoy the quality of Emme Cosmetics. I think that they are definitely underrated. I actually, you know what? I have 4 of the shades here in this quad that I made myself. Here's what it looks like. You can see that these shades are completely untouched, and this might be ridiculous, but I wanted these shades, but I put them in the quad because I thought it was cheaper, but I don't think it actually was. I think I was just being stupid, and you can't take them out of the quad. And my favorite part about having singles is the fact that you can move them around and like put them with different color stories, and like you can do so much with them. And like here, I feel like it's just like stuck in this quad. So I'm like, do I take the quad apart? Like, what do I do? I literally have not used them or swatched them or anything, because I'm like, the stupid quad. Like, I wish the quad, like, I'm so frustrated. It's my fault. It's 100% my fault. I should have just got the shades in singles. I mean, I guess it looks cute there, like it's a nice little springtime thing, but it is all shimmers. I do have other shades from them. When I recommended them just a minute ago, I promise I have other shades that aren't here. Like, I'm not just saying like, oh, I recommend them because they're pretty. But yeah, still in the packaging because I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just like, oh, why did I do this? So if anyone has tips on how to like break this quad apart, let a girl know. But really though, I'm pretty sure that all 4 of those shades are in the palette. So I guess I must have been onto something. Ooh, you know what I could actually do? I could still take a nice little product photo with this. I could do my own little, yeah, I could do that because I still haven't used it. Okay, that makes sense. I'll do a little product photo, make it worth it. Okay. So anyways, distracted. Next, Give Me Glow Cosmetics is sneak peeking some more new singles, and these are looking really cute. There's like a shade called Wink, which I love. Brittany, Dream House, Sky High, even Retro Beige. Like, I'm not normally a beige kind of person, but that kind of looks like it has a cool, like, almost like a slightly green undertone to it. So I think these look really nice, and I want to try Give Me Glow's like shadow so bad. At this point, I feel like they have a lot of single shades I really like to where I could make a quad and be happy with it, and like there's like definitely more than enough options. I just wish that their singles came in 26mm pans. I feel like I'm gonna keep repeating this till I die. Like, they said before that they cannot do them in 26mm pans because of the way that they press them, but I don't want to sound like a jerk, but why can every other company press them in 26mm pans but they can't? Like, it doesn't quite make sense to me. But also maybe I'm just ignorant because like I don't make makeup, I don't understand the process, like I don't know. All I know is that I wish that they were in smaller pans. If they were, I would be all in. All right, next from Peachy Queen, they're coming out with a new 90s baby palette, and this is super cute. I like the colors overall. It's very, very bright, lots of metallic shades. But there are only 2 mattes, and it's like a bright neon like highlighter yellow shade and the bright like watermelon pink. So for me, overall, this is kind of the same thing as I was saying before. I look at it, I like it, but there's nothing wrong with it, but there's nothing about it that I'm like, ooh, yeah, I want to buy that. Like, I just don't have those feelings at all. So that's a pass for me. Next is the new Melt Cosmetics Shape Shift Stack. And the first shade that they revealed, which for the picture I'm showing you guys is going to be the top left corner, I was like, yes, it is beautiful. Like, I'm all here for it. Like, it looks like such a stunning duochrome. But then the next 3 shades, I feel like it's the thing where you post the best color first, and then after that it's like wah wah wah. And that's how I feel about this stack. Like, I feel like the shades, like, they're really deep grungy metallics, and I just feel like that's not really me, that's not my style. So I don't know, it's a pass for me. Okay, next, oh wait, no, that's not indie. Let's see, is there anything else indie to talk about? One moment. Nope, I think that's everything. All right, we'll go ahead and start off mainstream with the BH Cosmetics Zodiac Aries palette, and I feel like this is kind of boring. It's just a warm tone palette. Part of me is like, it's okay though, because it's $14. It's extremely affordable. I feel like BH Cosmetics formula is always on point, but this, I just feel like, you know, I absolutely have no need for this palette at all. I don't want it, but I am just like sitting here like on the edge of my seat, like waiting every month, like when is there going to be a palette that I like, because I feel like the price is right, the quality is right, so I'm just waiting for them to hopefully release some that really catch my eye. I did think that, I can't even remember what sign it was. There was one in the past that I did semi-like, but I'm just waiting for the perfect one. Because I don't know, I think the size, everything, I think it's really cute. I love the idea of it, but my personal preference is not this. Okay, next is a little sneak peek from MAC, and this is a new palette. It is the Rose Gilded palette, and I don't really have much to say about this. Like, I think it looks fine, But I just thought it was so hysterical that I saw this palette and immediately I thought it was Makeup Geek. Like, tell me that does not look like Makeup Geek. Like, the chevron packaging, the rose gold. Makeup Geek even had palettes so similar to this a few months ago that they released. And I think it was 8 pans, not 10 pans, but still, like, I thought for sure this was Makeup Geek. And it was MAC. And I think it's kind of funny because Makeup Geek, like, was built off of duping MAC. And now, like, I'm not saying that MAC copied them by any means. It's just, it looks like a dupe of the Makeup Geek. I don't know why I thought that was so hysterical, but, like, I had to do, like, a second glance. I was like, wait, MAC? Like, MAC? Like, if someone put this picture up, I would have, like, probably, like, put down money and said, like, I know that's Makeup Geek. But it's MAC. All right. Next, Pat McGrath is releasing single shadows. Whoo, lordy. These are expensive. These are $25 each. $25 each. That is, every time high-end brands come out with single shadows, I'm just like, no. Like, no. No. No way. Like, I guess, like, there's some, like, regular matte looking shades. I feel like the really sparkly ones, maybe that would be a good idea if you just want to try one Pat McGrath shadow. There's one color you wear all the time. Like, if you, like, love a good gold and you get a gold and you, like, use it every single day, maybe that's a good idea. But for me, I could never pay $25 for a single shadow. I wouldn't buy these either way because, unfortunately, Pat McGrath is not cruelty-free. But I just feel like there's so many amazing singles available that are like a fifth of the price that I just could not, even if it was cruelty-free, see purchasing any of these, even if they were the most hyped single shadows ever. Okay, so next is a new release from Stila Cosmetics, and this actually did catch my eye. They're coming out with 2 new palettes. Actually, they're already available. And one is like a little bit more neutral, and the other is cool toned with like blues and purples, and I think the cool toned one is so beautiful. Like, that one, it completely caught my attention. Things from Stila never catch my attention, like, ever, and I really do like the color scheme of this, but I feel like I'm not going to purchase it for several reasons. First of all, it says that it is limited edition. I'm not about the limited edition life anymore. It's also $52, which I feel like is a lot to drop on a palette. Third of all, I feel like I could definitely dupe these with my single shadows collection. Fourth of all, I feel like Stila has just been, like, doing some weird stuff lately. Like, I saw recently on Twitter, they, like, basically made a white model look super, super dark to show off the highlight, and it's just, they've gotten in trouble with a few things like that recently, and I just feel like I'm not about it. I'm not specifically saying, like, I'm not going to purchase from them ever again, but we'll just take a little break. But I do commend the color scheme. I think that it's really, really pretty. Okay, next is a new palette from BH Cosmetics, and this is the Color Festival palette. No, Color Festival collection. What's the palette called? I don't know what the specific name of the palette is, but it did catch my attention. I thought it looks really pretty. I saw a lot of people talking about it, and I saw several of my friends purchase this palette, so I'm very, very excited to see what they think of it and if they like it. I'm sure that people will like it because I feel like I found overall BH Cosmetics formula to be really, really amazing, and I think that there's some really fun pops of color in here. There is still about half neutral. I really loved the Weekend Festival palette that they did last year. I think the packaging on this is beautiful. But it's that same feeling. I'm like, I want to love it. I do. I mean, I like it, but I just don't feel like I need to buy it. Like, there's no need. So I feel really good. Like, in the beginning of March, I was like, I'm literally dying. Like, why is every beautiful release ever coming out this month? But now it's at the end, and I feel like I'm good. I'm good. Okay, last but not least is the new ColourPop Villains collection. I wanted to like this collection. I wanted to love it. Like, I was all about it. I was like, yes, Villains, I'm living for it, because the Princesses was like this neutral palette, and it was pretty, and it was like, you know, it was a princess palette, and I was like, yes, I love the Villains, because first of all, the Villains always get to have the fun makeup. Like, the Villains get to have the smoky eyes and the liner and the bright lipstick. Like, I don't know what it is about, like, shows and, like, movies. Like, even I've noticed in novellas, as characters progressively get worse, they wear, like, more dramatic makeup. I'm like, why? Like, why can't the sweet innocent person get to wear a purple smoky eye? Why is it only the bad people? I don't know why. Probably because society trains us to think that wearing a lot of makeup means certain things about people. But I feel like finally we're getting away from that, where it's like it's seen more as an expression of creativity, but still some people look down on it. But anyways, that's why I'm here for the villains. I'm like, yes, let's be evil together. Let's rock this evil smoky eye together. But unfortunately, I feel like the palette, again, I look at it and I think it looks pretty. It looks nice. There's nothing specific that I can point about where I'm like, yeah, I hate that about it. Like, I like the packaging, I like the idea of it, but I just don't want it. I just, like, I don't want it. I don't want it. I think it looks pretty, but I just, nope. Don't need it, have no need for it, and there are a ton of different collections of different, like, I think it's like a Super Shock cheek, maybe? I don't know what it is. It's like 3 different things in a collection. They have all the different villains, have their own, and I like the idea of it. I think it's super fun. I like it a lot more than the Princess collection, although I did want to pick up the lipstick Ariel, and I never did, but I still want to. But overall, I just feel like it's a pass for me. Thank goodness. Like, it's a pass for me. Thank you, Jesus. Because I don't need to be tempted by anything. But I really did want to love it. Like, I was about it. Like, I love the packaging. I love the idea of it. But it's just, it doesn't call to me. Alright, so that is everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Really quick reminder, just for today. Today is the last day to enter the giveaway on last week's Indie Makeup releases. In case you did not already enter and you want to go check it out, you feel real free to do that as long as you do it today, because the winner I will get in contact with tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely let me know which releases you are most excited about, which releases you're definitely passing on. I love getting to chat with you guys and hearing your opinion on what you want to see, and you know, I just like chatting about makeup because I'm a makeup lover, obviously. So I hope you guys, did I already say that? Oh my gosh. I have got to stop filming to the AM. Why does that make me think of like something? I don't know what song that makes me think of. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.